Look, I don't know what to do. You can't survive your life if all my world is being sold off to Allah and my landlord. It's persecution. You know, you're persecuting me for surviving and looking bad and still trying. That's the injustice, is that, yeah, you can look great, but you've still got a bad attitude about people in general. You're still persecuting women and trying to make them live up to oil quality standards that aren't achievable unless you're a criminal like these kind of families that are printing money, doing money laundering, massive businesses with a lot of underground dark stuff going on. The thing is I've got journals since 2022. I remember I've gone through all these aged care jobs. This is a real torture. Basically, they're going on sabotaging me at work for years and years, and wellness compromises of 8 codependent dimensions: emotional, physical, spiritual, social, occupational, intellectual, environmental, financial, and if any of these are neglected over time, it will adversely affect one's health. Look, I want to be a journalist, but the thing is I have to move. Again, the more I'm moving from these gangs kicking me out, the more they're harvesting and taking credit for everything I work for. Every step of my life, they've given to Kiki, or one of those bears. So when it comes to my love life, they have hijacked my love life and have possessed me. I think it's Amanda. And it's not fair. It's my life. It's what I deserve. The caring is what I deserve. It's not just about talking softly. It is about putting time into people and getting to know them. I just feel really, really persecuted for such a long distance of time. And not only that, to win the race, they drowned me and injected me with AIDS and gang raped me to punish me, which shows that they have a bad, bad attitude and a bad, bad identity, like a bad character. Who does that to keep your farm and all your friends, your business of friends, segregated from me? And you've just created this cruelty over a long period of time. You're creating a poo all over the world. You're harvesting all of my energy that I've worked for, all of the things that I've worked for. You're taking credit for the things that are really unique to my identity, which is to do with my nutritional health, which is to do with being outgoing with all of my photography. I was massacred over a 10-year regime in a religious minority, and I've been treated so unfairly and cruelly for such that endurance of time because of political beliefs. You've made out that they told all of Christchurch I've done a lifetime of bad choices. That's a load of crap. I put a lot of time into blue-collar work and my white-collar education. I did both. I balanced both my life. And then I've got a lot of creativity as well. And I just came home and then I was abused out of my work. That's the thing, and it's like these chats are always about these Asians and they keep blocking me as lower, but they're slowly taking over the world. Every world that I create for myself, her and those girls take it over, and then they just make a massive fountain wherever I go so they get all the attention. So I just want to say, why are they collectively outcasting me? They're not letting me be part of society. And I've got so much violence because I wanted to go to work. That's the thing. I got a communication certificate last year, and the Asians started bullying me. I'm a drunk root, and then the white girls went on this massive campaign on a boat that I'm an ugly ex. And then they've got all these books blacklisting me. I'm a real asshole in the community. I didn't even get a voice. And just ongoing abuse from women. It's honor-based violence. Freedom from violence. It should be our rights, and I'm not even taken seriously because they're trying to make out that these women are intellectually superior, and I'm just saying you're discriminating people by the way they dress and the way they look. I'm just talking to you as a woman that survived abuse and violence. Does that mean everything about my education doesn't matter anymore? Just like when you crumple up a $100 bill, does that $100 bill not worth anything anymore because it's tarnished? That's the thing. It's like they tarnished me. I didn't choose it. They chose to get their dicks out and to tarnish me with their dicks. They decided to inject me with HIV because he's like, these are my friends. I want your friends. I want your life. I want to be you. It's like they all bully me, but they're all taking my life and saying that I never fit into my life. And that nobody gets me and I'm a really strange woman and I'm just a weirdo, don't hang around me. But it was abuse. I was followed all over the nation. I would go to libraries, I was followed and kind of kicked out. I was going to the library to meet that lady Dot. They kicked me out with the sergeants. Basically, and got them all into some members spying on me, and I don't want to be spied on. I don't want to be filmed every day. I don't want to be kept in chains like this. It's very unfair. It's historical abuse because what they've done is lessen my time on earth when I'm the one that led the race in the beginning. So I'm the one that originally did all the art and did all the stuff. They took it off me and put heaps of money into these breakfast shows and basically were doing all this education and painting and stuff to go ahead of me. They're becoming relentlessly crazy, and they're just the police and her Golden State Killers are holding me hostage as a lunatic that's old and gross taste. I wrote this in 2022. It says my pillars of support to help me be strong have just been transferred. They just bought it and gave it to Riska. So that's what you don't understand is my needs. Read about 8 pillars of strength and read about support systems and read about hierarchy of needs. You don't read it because of discrimination about not the way I look. It's a subconscious. They've been subconsciously programming the world to hate me that I'm old and to image-based discriminate against me compared to my landlord's woman. But it's discrimination. I'm being abused out of work because of the way I look. And it's not my fault because when I was born very attractive. I just had a bit of a bump in my nose, which Kiki's left no stone unturned to find out all this information about me. I've got codependence because I don't have the right to go and use my phone because the government locked me up. What do you do with no phone? And then I've got no rights to my family because the Asians dishonoured me. And so then now what do? And then I'm being kicked out of my own land because my people are crossing. We don't want it here. Out with the old, in with the new. See you later. We'll be missing you. All these black guys being really arrogant to me. Thanks. There's such high hallelujah. Can we get a hallelujah? We're going to get some HIV injections around here. I'm going to cut a big dick. And then I'm going to go onto my pastor stage and say, hallelujah. Here's my donation box. I've got all this money that I need for my hallelujah. And then I'm going to gang rape this poor Christian girl that I ruin her face and I'm injecting her because I want to honour my girl that's been a gangster her whole life. I want all these gangster Asians and all these gangster Samoans to be honoured. And this gangster blonde girl that's relentlessly just cruel, I just want to honour them in society by beating this girl. It's not enough to make her just a meme and a poo joke. We've actually got to disfigure her. We're actually going to give her AIDS. We're actually going to make her a Karen in all these videos to make her outcast of not only on the internet. So it's my own ex-partner has been taking credit for my life and pushing me off the internet. They're all making all these AI videos of me, him and his family, and it's not fair. It's why should competitors control our images in the country or block our opportunities to work and aid? And why should I have to live as an ugly woman? I wanted to upgrade myself, so she gave it to Leanne out of spite. And then they've been beating me in my room and making me piss the bed when I'm asleep and shit and beating me as big town pound. I don't like sex. And I'm not part of her rap world where she's like, oh, jiggy, jiggy, oh, I'm so hot. I'm a 9 out of 9, I'm a 10 out of 10. My pussy lips are the best. My anus is the best. Here's my kitchen. I'm high class of the Beverly Hills Billies and we're awesome. I'm not crazy. They are making me crazy because they've got everything they want and it's still ego world with them that they can't let me go and just live my life. They've got to keep injecting me with all these fibers and injection HIV so I'll never be pretty. So why did I look so okay last year? I looked really good last year for what I'd been through. I mean, I did not look like Jenny, the original Jenny, but for what I'd been through, I was okay and I was strong enough to get through, to get a job, to fix my life. But that's the thing, don't tell me to grow up when they are standing in the way of me growing up. They are forcing pillars of massive structures where I can't breathe. They are bombing the public that I'm a leech. Everywhere I go, he tells me to hit the road jack. So why don't you ask this guy, these little guys that say they're so arrogant and they're such nice guys, why they keep kicking me out everywhere? It's like in the public eye, they're such loved characters and they act like they're so nice. But behind the scenes, they're on the internet all day, kicking me out with bad, tarnishing my reputation and destroying my life with my businesses, everything. And I just don't understand it. And anybody else would get discrimination laws about her being special. Why is she going around every community that she's special? I'm being treated so unfairly because of the abuse I've sustained and because of the friends that she has. It's totally racist of all of America has been racist to me, and all of America has put me to death. They just murdered me. So I'm saying, why should I have to pay? I'm not gay and I don't want to keep paying this anymore. They're homophobic, making out I've got to get in the real world. The real world is that they're the ones perpetrating the violence, and then they're the ones going in public in bikinis and being like, I'm so pretty and sensitive, because all the music girls are backing me up and telling me how to shine myself in the light with the photography, and we just got this whole bullying club of the comedy. It's like, that's what I mean. It's like, you've got all the comedy clubs, you're paying all this money to bully me, and you're still paying all this money to make you look sensitive and kind, when they all had bulbous noses before and aged skin. They don't let me do anything I want to do. They are constantly, seriously sabotaging my right to live my own life. Boundaries are always broken. They're lawless, she's unrestrained, unremained, punished. It's always but she needs to be prettier, but she needs to be a humanitarian, but she needs to be the mum. But she needs all the men in society to want her. No, but she's better than everybody. No, but she does everything with time. No, but she's got all your ex-boyfriends hooking you so that you'll never be free. No, but she comes from... all the men loved her. You were a bitter old woman that never had love. That's not true. You are unfairly treating me because you put the skin disease to make me ugly. And I don't want to stay here anymore because I want to die, because I believe once I die, her karma hits, because there's so many dead angels in my fridge, and there's so many hearts coming to me through spirit. So it's like, you want to keep abusing somebody that did nothing to you. You're taking away power that I built for my own life. You're taking away love that I built to sustain me and my family. And you are invading my family and kicking me out of my family and sitting and eating and laughing with my family, using your celebrity world to sit and have VIP clubs to outcast me because you're all racist. And I'm just saying, America is fucking racist. Why can't I go and sit and go to work? Every work I've gone to, they're fucking racist. They come to my work and stop me working. When is Russia's war on my face going to end? Let's get his whole face out into the public. What? Who was he? Who was he in Charlotte before? These royals. Yeah, the mob. I just don't understand why I'm punished again. No matter where I go, they just keep me with constant discrimination. But the thing is if anybody else, I just want to know why she wants my life. If you're all replacing me, what's the point of being alive if you're saying Riska's better than me and Poppy every fucking day of my life for 7 years? If she is so much better, why did you invade absolutely all of my life? Why are you blocking everything that I want to do? And why did America lock me up out of racism? Why do you think she's better than me? Instead of giving me fair treatment, as soon as my face got ruined, you have been using my life, making sure that she is advertised next to me unfairly for many, many years. I've got an attitude about it. It's very, very, very upsetting because I shouldn't have to build your business while I get HIV as my reward for all the abuse and the loss of my looks. Nobody took notice of what you did to me. You and your businesses. I don't want to pay anymore, And this religion crap, whatever. 1 minute you're a Satanist group, next minute you're into God. I don't understand it. The thing is this segregation means that I'm not allowed places of worship. I'm not allowed to go to certain supermarkets. I'm kind of like frowned upon. I get kicked out of like places to go rent. I'm denied the right to a home without her making an umbrella. It's unethical. I want my right to die because years ago we shouldn't have been such a massive segregation. That's the unfairness. For years and years they've had my life, puppeting my life on the internet, saying who I am, an asshole of who I am for years and years. Making videos of me, framing me, outcasting me, silencing me, putting me to death as a nobody. I didn't even get to speak. Everything online is a massive show. I didn't even get to speak. They basically, what I've seen is that somebody paid to get me ruined and wanted her to take over my whole life. So they've been basically putting her down to Christchurch and advertising her to all my friends, her and this John, and now every job I want to do is being blocked through discrimination of my hair. But what I'm saying is, why would you know what my hair looks like? You shouldn't know what I look like. I'm being abused in my room. You know, it's the racism for 7 years to not let somebody go to work. But then to elevate somebody like Lauren and to elevate all these women to get a job that were cleaners. And just because you hate me, they gave me HIV. And I want to know I'm being punched to the ground because of Leanne. And it's my work. She hasn't worked like that. She's been a cake decorator her whole life. A cake decorator. Yeah, and I'm the one that did all this intellectual work. I'm the one that's done all this research work. I'm the one that's done all the journalism research. But you want to pick her out of discrimination. You know, I'm tired of this mobster because he's a fucking racist. I want my right to die. I want help because it's not fair. I've been a soft-hearted, kind woman doing spirituality, and every opportunity they take it from me. And to mutilate my vagina, my womb, and my blood to destroy love for the rest of my life shows a deep hatred of the woman that you put as major love of the universe. Whoever you crown to be love of the world, the Miss Love, is the one who has put a womb curse on me, destroyed my vagina, and given me HIV. Why should I be sacrificed? This is again and again and again. You do this to me to stop me being successful in my life.